Right, good afternoon everybody, and welcome to the Pink Frog Show. So I am Dawn, one of the demonstrators for Pink Frog. So I'd like to welcome you firstly back to the craft store, which is absolutely fabulous. So without further ado, I want to get on with a little bit of housekeeping, and we're going to have a big full demonstration. So I've got a few offers on today. So what I'm going to be demonstrating today is the Super Smooth card. So this is the Pink Frog Super Smooth, which many of you already know about. And this is the watercolour card. I put the two together, so hopefully you can see that slightly dippling on the watercolour, but that lovely glass texture of the Super Smooth. Now we've got a fantastic offer. It runs out at 9 AM on the 14th of February, and you're going to purchase direct through the Pink Frog website. Okay, so if you go to there and you've got the watercolour card, you can get 40 sheets. It's 280 GSM and it's £16. But if you add that to your basket, you also get free 40 sheets of 300 GSM Super Smooth. So you're going to get a buy one, get one free. So you're going to buy your watercolour, add the Super Smooth to your basket, and when you check out, you're going to get your Super Smooth free. Okay, so that is the great deal that you're going to get. Now, normally, this would work out at 20p a sheet. But obviously you're getting your buy one, get your Super Smooth free. But if you also, while you're on the Pink Frog website, if you haven't already, sign up to the Pink Frog newsletter and you will receive a further 10% discount. So that is going to bring it down even more to £14.40 for 80 sheets. So this is your go-to card you're going to use time and again. So it's going to work out at 18p a sheet. So that's the first great deal I want to tell you about. So do sign up to the Pink Frog newsletter, because when you sign up, you get 10% off anything on that Pink Frog website. Not just your deal today, but anything on the Pink Frog website. So it brings lots of things down to a better price. The other thing I also want to tell you about with the deal we've got on today as well is our fabulous red line tape. So red line tape, again, this offer runs out at 9 AM on Friday. You get 10% off this, so it's bringing it down to £12.96 for the deal. But don't forget, if you signed up to the newsletter, you get a further 10% off. So you know, on our Pink Frog rolls, you get 30 metres on each roll. So here you've got 120 metres. You've got 12mm, 9mm, 6mm and 3mm. But if you go onto the website, you can even cherry pick and pick one and get a discount. So don't forget to miss out on that. So I'm going to turn the camera around because you want to see the demo. This is what this is all about. We're going to be doing the demo. So I'm going to put the Super Smooth through its paces, and we are going to be looking at making a little Easter basket straight out of one sheet of the Super Smooth. But you may have noticed I've coloured both sides. So we're going to really put this through its paces. So without further ado, I'm going to flip the camera. So just bear with me while I do that. Let me go to back camera and put you up here in my holder. So you should just see my craft desk. Let me bring that down a little bit more. There we go, because you want to see all what's going on. So, as you can see, the Super Smooth is a lot whiter than your watercolour card. That's the one, the watercolour card. So I'm going to take a sheet of this to start with. So I'm on my super smooth, and today I'm going to be using the Lisa Horton interference inks. I've got set 2 here, so these are also available on the Pink Frog website, so you get all these beautiful colours, and you again can use your percentage off with that as well. So I'm using the interference inks. You know, these sort of react differently in on different colour card, which is perfect with Pink Frog. So I'm going to be using those because they are water reactive as well. So I picked my colours out. So I'm going to put some down on the desk. So I've got Tropical Paradise. I've got Peacock Tails. And I've got Lavender Fields. And then I've got a big pot of water and a nice wide brush. That is just going to get us started because I have my water spritzer and everything as well. So I'm just going to pick up some of this colour and I'm going to lay it on to this super smooth card. So I'm just being very random about this. Let's get this nicely soaked in. Okay, now the nice thing about super smooth, it works very much like a watercolour, because you know, people that know Pink Frog Crafts cards, you know our super smooth, you can throw so much at this. It is just a fabulous go-to. You know, when you're colouring with this, you don't have to think, am I doing alcohol pens, am I doing watercolour, because they all work on your super smooth. So you haven't got to think, what cardstock am I using for what medium? So I'm giving that a nice good soak in. It's diluted some of the colour down, but that is not a problem. You can just see how wet it is. So that's nicely soaked. I'm just going to give that a quick blitz, so bear with me while I just give that a little blitz with the dryer. So it's nice and drying off there. I'm not worried about that because we're going to be doing some over pieces on this as well. Now you will see as well, as this dries, this is Lisa Horton's interference inks, you can see that lovely shimmer. Even though I've diluted it down, it's picking it up. So I'm going to add some more water to my desk where I splodged those inks, because we're not going to waste any of this. We're going to pick some of this up now, and I'm just going to randomly go in with my card, and I'm doing like a pickup. So this is going to give like a marble effect onto my cardstock. So I'm just picking up all that ink, so I'm not wasting anything at all. Okay. And I want to pick up a little bit more, but I'm going to dry a little bit more off first. And the trick with this is to dry between the stages, because it will make it a lot easier for you to build up those layers. So super smooth is perfect for your colouring mediums, perfect for your stamping mediums as well, but great for your mixed media. I want to add a bit more texture to there as well, so I'm going to bring a little bit more of this ink in. I'm putting straight onto the dry side of my mat. Let's bring another colour in. I'm being careful not to cross contaminate there. And we'll bring a bit of this one in as well. And then this time I'm going to go in with my water spritzer, my big water spritzer. I've had glycerin in because I was doing the faux leather technique and it's clogged up, so I'm on my little spritzer. But I'm going to put lots of water on there, and again I'm going to pick up some more of this lovely colour. So I'm just picking that colour up to build up those layers. Now I've chosen to do little Easter baskets because I thought with this offer this is going to work really well if you're someone that does groups like brownies or guides or play groups, because you can batch make, you know, at these prices you can batch make lots to do with this. So you can see that lovely shimmer coming through. There we go, it's getting nice and dry, but you can see it's not curling. I've not got a big bows look. It's playing very nicely. So without further ado, I'm going to really put this to its paces now. I'm just going to dry my mat off because we've coloured that one side, but we're doing a basket. So I'm going to do something we don't normally do with Super Smooth if we're going to use it for card making. And I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do exactly the same on the reverse. So I'm really going to give it a good test because we're going to soak it on both sides, which is something we don't normally do, particularly when we're on the telly either. So let's start with the bottom this time, but you could use any of your water reactive inks on this. It will, can you see the colour does dilute down because the amount of water I'm adding, but that is no problem at all because we're going to build up those layers. Even though I've soaked one side, we're going to do it again. Now Pink Frog, as you know, we've got our website and that's where you will be ordering from today, the Pink Frog. That's it. And then I'm going to put some more colour down again. So I'm just redoing exactly what I've done before, and then I'm going to add even more to this. Okay, so without further ado, a bit more water on the situation. And again, it makes a lovely sort of marbled look, this look, and it's good for, you know, we don't want to waste anything. I'm going to show you another way, if I can, towards the end of how you can do some batch making cards with this same technique. I've got one prepared earlier, but I'm going to be doing the same type of thing. Okay. So this is the reverse, so we'll give that a little spritz with the water, with the dryer, sorry, not spritz. And I'll just wipe up a little bit of that while we go. Wipe my mat down, ready for the next stage. You can see that lovely shimmer from the Lisa Horton inks coming through. So I'm using the interference set 2. And if you wonder how I've done the swatches, you can also buy a stencil from Pink Frog that actually allows you to do your colour swatches. So you can keep all your inks up to date as well. So that is also available to buy. Right, so I'm going to start on this side. Okay, it's not bone dry, but it's dry enough. Okay, so that's dry on both sides. I'm going to have this side as the front, or the front of my basket. So we're going to start building some elements up now. Now I've got here our stencil film. So this is stencil film from Pink Frog, and this comes in big sheets of 12 by 12. But I thought, okay, if I was doing a group and I wanted to batch make, I'd cut myself a stencil. So I've made this stencil A4 because my card is A4. So it means then that I haven't got to worry. So if you're working with, say, young children or anything like that, or you just want to be quick and batch make yourself, you know where you're going. So I've put some slight score lines, which you might not be able to see on my stencil film. Okay, just so I know where the basket is going to go. And I'm going to bring back in the Tropical Paradise, and I'm going to bring in my stencil brushes. So I'm going to find the right colour. So we'll have that one. We've got Peacock Tails, and we'll have a bit, oh no, it wasn't pink. That's not Peacock Tails, that's Peacock Tails, Dawn. Now these brushes, again, these are available from Pink Frog. Okay, so you can get those. Kim will leave all the details below. You can buy them singly or you can buy them in a set. And I've just used my masket to make myself some little labels to go on the front as well. So I've got Tropical Paradise. So we're doing a bit of stenciling. So I'd just like to come off first and then going in with the stencil brushes. My card is still a little bit damp, but that is absolutely fine. The Super Smooth can take it. And the other nice thing is with the Lisa Horton interference inks, as you know, they work differently on different colour card. Because with Inktac card, they give a different colour again. So it is just amazing what you can do with them. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to go in with some, let's go in with a bit of blue. Now, you're probably thinking, how have I done this? Have I done it on an electronic die cutting machine? No, I haven't. I've actually cut these with the Pink Frog dies. I forgot to share that with you, didn't I? I've used the Ivy die. So this is one of the Pink Frog dies that I've used here, because your stencil film you can also die cut very easily with a die cutting machine. And because I've got an A4, I've got an A4 die cutting machine, so I can make my own stencils. And then I've used these ones. These are the little chrysanthemum flowers. But again, I can use them to make my own stencil. So you don't have to have an electronic die cutting machine to make stencils. You can do it quite easily just with your dies. And that is what I've done. So, sorry, I forgot to mention that. So I'm just going in, and I picked those dies because I used them in a Facebook Live last week. Okay, and don't forget to sign up to Pink Frog YouTube channel, because on the YouTube channel we keep a playlist of all the Facebook Lives. So if you've missed any, you can go back and watch them at any time. So please don't forget to subscribe to the Pink Frog YouTube channel. So I'm just going in with these. So we've done some colouring just with the brush and lots of water. We've done a messy pickup. We're now stenciling through with the inks direct. So even though the card's a little bit damp, the card can take it. No problem at all. So I think I'm happy with how that bit's looking. So now let's bring that off. Now I'm not going to waste any of this, because bear with, I've got my stencil going, but if I want to add some more, what I can do is use my brush and drag the colour in from the edge of the stencil, and then you get your image. So you can go back over with these brushes. That's the nice thing about it. So I'm going over it again, just using elements to bring that in. And if I want to add a bit more leaf over here, get the correct colour, and then I can just drag that in, pick it up, and just drag that across, and it just adds some more colours or some more ink and stencil to your work without using any more of the ink. So I can pick up a bit of blue from this part of my stencil. And the nice thing about your stencil film as well, it just wipes clean, and once you've created your own stencils, you can do them time and time again. The sheets come as 12 by 12, so you can cut them down and make 4 6 by 6 stencils just from one sheet of your stencil film. I'm going to put that aside for 1 minute, because the next element that I want to bring in are some stamps. So we're doing like layers here, so it's very mixed media. We're bringing all those different layers in. So let's turn it this way so I can get as much as possible. I've got a Butterfly Wishes stamp set going on here. I'm going to pick up, let's have this little one going on here. And again, I'm going to keep bringing in the same 3 colours that I've used. Get myself a white ready. So yes, Pink Frog have their website. We also have a YouTube channel, and we also have a group called Pink Frog's Inspirations. Now, Pink Frog's Inspirations is a group where you can join and you can share any of your makes that you've actually made with your Pink Frog products. And it's a great way to share what you've done. The design team are on there. Claire and I are on there. As I say, it's a family-run firm, and the whole family from Pink Frog HQ are there as well to answer any questions. But we love to see your makes. So please, please do share your makes with us, because we love to see what you've been up to. I'm just going to wipe that off, and I'm going to bring in another colour now. Let's have some blue ones. Okay. So just have fun and have a play with this. It's just great to... there we go. Great to sort of add extra layers and detail the whole time. This is very similar to sort of junk journaling as well. Okay, because we're adding layers all the time. And then I'm going to pop that away, and I'm going to bring in that lovely coffee stain one, and actually I'm going to bring in a bit of yellow candy now. So let's move these over. So let's bring a little bit of yellow candy, as I thought these would be perfect for your Easter baskets. You know, if you've got the children coming round, the grandchildren coming round, the nieces, the nephews, you know, make them their own little baskets. If you've got a craft store that you make sell on, like a craft stall, you know, these will go down great because they cost pence to make, but you can really add to them. So I'm getting quite a lot of detail going on there. And then the last thing I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to do a bit of splashing with the water and ink, and I'm just thinking, I think I'm going to go in with the purple. So I'm just going to put some purple on my mats. Let me put the lids on these first. Okay, and I'm going to get one of my smaller brushes think that brush will be perfect. So I've got a smaller brush this time. Back in with some water, picking this up, and then I can add some splattering as well. So just adding lots of layers as we go. Perfect. And I'm just going to give that a quick spritz with the dryer. So dry that off. I'm sorry about the noise. Drying that off. You've got that lovely colour going on. Nice and bright. Now you can do these obviously any colour you wish. The choice is yours entirely. Now Pink Frog, you know, we do lives on a Monday and a Wednesday at 4 p.m. So I'm here with you Monday. Claire will be with you this Wednesday. So we always do 2 a week, letting you know about the offers that are on, and we use the offers that are on as well. Right, I'm happy with that side, but I want to give the inside of my basket a little bit of detail. So what I'm going to do is just wipe this up and bring the scoreboard in. Ooh, where's my scoreboard gone? So I'm bringing my centimetres one in for this. Okay, because this runs at 21 centimetres. So to making a quick basket, first thing I want to do actually is to go long side, and I'm going to mark down 2.5 centimetres. Just carefully over that bit because that's not quite dry. Let's turn it over and go that way. So 2.5 centimetres. This bit is going to be the handle. Okay. So done a handle, that end. So now I've just done a half turn, and I'm going to score at 9 centimetres and 18 centimetres on the long side. And then on the short side, I'm going to score at 7 centimetres and 14 centimetres. Okay. So that's given me an idea of where everything is going. I'm just going to bring my trimmer in and trim off that handle. So trimmers, we've got trimmers as well available at Pink Frog. So I'm going to decorate that up. So this is giving me an idea now of where we're going. And actually I could use my trimmer. Let's use the trimmer again. Make life simple. So you've got your score line. So let's go back in at 7 centimetres. And you're going to do a score. You're going to cut down to that first score line. Then you're going to lift it, bring it down to the bottom, and cut up to that score line. So you've got 2 cuts going on. You're then going to bring this along to 14 centimetres and do the same again. Bring that down a little bit more. There we go. And then we are going to, where are we? That one cut. That one hasn't cut very well, but that's fine. That's it. So this is giving me an idea now of what my basket is looking like, so I can put some decoration on the inside. Because my card's still a bit wet, it hasn't cut properly there, but that'll be fine. Okay. And the other thing I will do is bring a punch in. So we've soaked the cardstock, we've inked the cardstock, we've stenciled through the cardstock, and now I'm using a punch And I'm going to punch the cardstock. It's still not totally dry as well. Now when I make the little baskets, what I like to do is to make it do all my messy piece and then do my constructing it together the next morning, so it's really got a chance to dry. But we're just going to go for it today. We'll be fine. So just punch in the corners just to round those off. And that last one. And actually the other thing I will do as well while we're here on the outside is I'm just going to fold these over, and I'm going to bring my blending brushes in so I can blend. Let's go with the lavender, I think, this time. So lavender fields, there we go. And we'll just blend these edges because the cardstock can take it. This is the good thing about this cardstock. You can throw all sorts at it. You know, it's great for delicate things like your alcohol pens and your watercolour pencils and things like that. But you can also add so much to it. That's the other nice thing about it. So I'm just going to ink the edges just to bring the project together. Again, pink frog stock, little sponges and applicators if you're needing more, not a problem at all. Okay, because we've got those as well. So we don't just do cardstock, we do dies. We've got an offer on the Britannia dies, the ones I shared with you earlier, running until the end of the month with 20% off. Or is it, no, 10% off. But if you've got your newsletter, you can get your additional percentage off as well. So don't forget to sign up to that newsletter because you can get so much more discount out of that, and it runs on anything. So if you need brushes, if you need dyes, if you need your inks, it works. So I'll just do these edges as well. Okay, so I think that is enough on the outside, and I just want to finish off the center with a little butterfly because I can. So let me work out which way around we're going in that way. So I'm going to have a butterfly here and here. I could put a lot more on there as well, but we'll just go with the butterfly on there for now. And I think we'll go in with the peacock tails. So I'm keeping that colour palette the same. So straight onto there. It's nice just to decorate the inside of the basket as well. So you haven't just got a plain white basket with, say, some ink splodges on where we've been a bit vigorous on the front. So adding that onto there. So I think that will be enough there. So I'm just going to wipe those clean and grab my handle. Where did my handle go? I popped it down somewhere really safe. No, that's one basket. That's the other basket. Where did I put my handle? It's here. So I want to bring that stencil in again that I made, just to put a bit of decoration on the handle. So, but this is the nice thing, you can just quite easily keep going on and on, adding elements to this. So got to look where I've been before. probably enough ink on my stencil itself, because Lisa Horton's inks are really juicy, as many of you will be aware if you've already got them. And they're great because these particular ones, the interference inks, are water reactive, so I've been able to use them in today's project. Let's have the last one in just there. And then, as I said, I would normally let this dry off before constructing it together. However, we're going to put it together. So you've got 3 sides here, and I'm going to join 2 sides together and then put my handle in the middle. So for this, I'm going to use my pink frog glue. I'm going to use my bigger bottle. So I'll just bring this in. This is our EVA glue. Okay, and you can get the glue bottles. I've got the 2 long pencil slim ones here, and we also do the long one with the smaller stubby one if you prefer that one as well. So a bit of glue onto there, and then just bringing that in there like that. And then this one is going to come in as well, so I'm putting glue on here. You will obviously take more time putting your glue on, so you're getting that look going on. And then I'm going to get one part of my handle and I'm going to put glue on both sides and just slide it down there, so you've got that nice look going on. We're going to flip this over and do exactly the same on this side. Okay, so bring that one in there. That's probably come over a bit too much. That's it. So you've got that look going on. And then the other one as well. Because these are fine nozzle bottles as well, EVA glue is quick drying, which is fabulous. But because these are fine nozzle bottles, I'm going to show you a trick with these afterwards as well, if you think I'm not getting much glue on. For a start, you don't need much glue because it's really good. And you've got the anti-clogging bottle, so I'm just going to slide that in there, wipe that away. And then if I think I've missed a bit, because I've got this fine nozzle, I can just go around the edge, add some more glue, and just press that down, and it just works. That's why these bottles are absolutely brilliant. So if you haven't got hold of yours, while you sign up and get the 10% discount, do, because they're absolutely brilliant. Always remember just to wipe the end and put the stopper on. So that is our little Easter basket. So this one is done with the Super Smooth. And then I am just going to share with you one that I have made with the watercolour. So you've got 2 totally different looks. You've got watercolour going on there. You've got Super Smooth. So you can do them with either one, your absolute choice of what you prefer to use. But with the deal you've got 40 sheets of the Super Smooth. You get free with 40 sheets of the watercolour. So you've got a fantastic deal. Now I've just got time. I did say I'd share with you another idea. So you know we did that lovely watercolour going on. I'm just going to put these to one side a minute. We did that lovely base colour that I think looks like marbling. And you've got the lovely shimmer from the Lisa Horton inks as well. Okay, I've done myself one here out of the watercolour card. So I've done the same thing again, different colour combination out of the watercolour card. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off a little bit. I've done myself a couple of score lines from each side, all become clear. Because again, this is where, same technique, you can batch make. Let's lay it that side so I can see my score line. You can batch make cards. So yes, you can use it for your mixed media, you can use it for your construction, you can also use it for your card making. So I've taken my little strips off. There, 1, 2, don't need those. And I've got my card here already. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of our perfect peony stamps. This is where I'm going a little bit off piece. So sorry, Kim at Pink Frog HQ. She's going to be saying she's doing it again. She's going off piece. And yes, I am. I'm going off piece. I want to show you how you can do it for your card making. So I'm going to use this to make 4 card blanks. So just bear with me. So let's just drop that down. Put a magnet in there somewhere along the lines. There we go. So I'm not on a magnet. And then I'm just going to bring in, I'm going to go with black. So where are we? I've got the Lisa Horton Swift Dry here. So I'm just going to look where I need to have this. So straight on here. So it's exactly the same background technique we've done, but just with the wash and the pickup and then drying it off. But you can see how sparkly and intense the colours look. Let's just give that another as well. I've done, but I wanted to show you a different colour. Okay, and then we're going to, let's do one this way round. Yeah, that'll do. Because sometimes we need to batch make cards. If you're you make cards to sell and you have a stall, this is a great way to use those as well. You've got all the different, there's 15 I think different coloured cards, blanks that we have now as well. I'm going to bring this one down here. I'm going to just turn this around. Let's do a different piece. Let's do about there. But this is where you can have a real play with this. This should be sticky. I need to get a new sheet on here. We're okay for time, so that is all good. So it just shows how quick it is to make those baskets in no time at all. Just needs a double stamp here on the watercolour card. But you could take this in several directions after this. You could take the take some of the colour out. So you could bleach some of the colour out just with your water and a brush. I'm liking the black directly onto the colour personally. So I'm going to keep that as is. I think that's about right there. Give that another go. I didn't ink up over that side, that's why that didn't stamp. That's better. And I'm going to give that one more go because I didn't ink that side, which was silly of me. So this is our Perfect Peony stamp from Pink Frog that I'm using. And we do also have the Lisa Horton Swift Dry. We've got the Licorice, which is black. We have the Flint, which is grey. And we also have the Coffee Bean. But don't forget, if you've signed up to that 10% newsletter, you can use that to get off those as well. So we've got all three colours of those available. I'll leave that on there for a minute, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. So we've cut down a little strip off our each edge. That could be used for something else. Bring my paper trimmer back in. Let me pop those back up there out the way. And we're going to cut this into 4. Okay, I might have to push that back a little bit more because you can't see the measurements. So I've got 28 along, so I'm going to cut at 14 centimetres. And then we've got, I'm 19 and a half, so I need to go just under 10. That's fine. That's 2. And the same again with this one. Let's add a quick sentiment from that collection because we can. So let me move this back into its storage. Let's have just a happy birthday. Keep it simple for this occasion. And this is where we can just add, I'm going to have it that way around, I think, for that one. So we can just add a little sentiment. There we go. Bring that black in again so it all ties together. Need to get a new sticky sheet. So there's one. I've got time to do another one. These ones need to go over a bit really. So let's bring the stamp in. In fact, I think this one could be a portrait one. Let's have this one as a portrait. That's picked up the magnet underneath. That's not what I wanted you to do. There we go. So let's have this one as a portrait. And I think I can get another portrait one with this one. So ink that up. And I think I'll leave it at that for now. And then what I have done, this is showing you how you can really bring it to life. So let's just pick some of these up. Matte and layer that onto some of your gold. It could be onto some of your silver mirror. Just as a card front for you to add to any of your projects that you've got there. But you can see how quickly you can straight away make 4 card blanks from one sheet of your A4 just by doing that lovely inky background technique that we did with the basket. So you've got that lovely marbling effect, and with the interference ink you've got that gorgeous shimmer. Change the colour palette, stamp a black image on there, matte and layer that onto there, and straight away you've got 4 card blanks. I'm just going to flip the camera around so I can see everybody. So just bear with me while I flip the camera around. There we are. Let's hope that will rest on there now. There we go. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. It's been lovely to join you. Let's move that out of the way. I won't get a shadow then. There we go. So we've done our lovely baskets ready for Easter. So you've got, that's the one we actually made. That one still feels a little bit damp. I would leave them overnight. And then I've done the one here at the watercolour card. So don't forget, when you purchase from Pink Frog from the website, if you put in your 40 sheets of your watercolour card in, add 40 sheets of your Super Smooth, and you will get that free when you go to checkout. Sign up to the Pink Frog newsletter, because then you get the additional 10% off as well. The offer runs out at 9 AM on the 14th. If you would prefer to talk to somebody in person to place your order, please go to the website and you can call the Pink Frog office between office hours of 9 and 5 and place your order. They're happy to take your orders over the phone and still offer you those discounts and still offer you those fantastic deals. Claire will be with you on Wednesday doing a live, and then I will be back with you next Wednesday and Claire on the Monday. So I'm just trying to think, are there any other offers I've forgotten? Oh yes, that red line tape. Don't forget the red line tape, because that is on offer at the moment. You've got the 3 sizes from Pink Frog. You've got 3mm, 6mm, 9mm and 12mm, and you can choose to buy the bundle, you can choose to buy them singly. You still get that discount offer, and I'm just checking what it was, 10% off. But don't forget, if you signed up for the newsletter, you get an additional 10%. So sign up for the Pink Frog newsletter so you get 10% off everything off the website. And please, please join us on the YouTube channel, because we'd love to see you there. So join Pink Frog's YouTube channel, because we will be there as well. So I'm really happy with my baskets, and if any of you saw the pictures on social media, I put over half a dozen eggs in these when they were dry. So I wait for them to dry so the handles for the glue's dry. But you've got your quick card toppers as well, just mat and layer on some mirror. Great to add to your cards. You can do that with your Super Smooth, your watercolour. You're all good to go. So I do hope you've enjoyed today's show, and I will look forward to seeing you next week with even more fun and games. Doing something totally different next Wednesday. So keep an eye on social media, keep an eye on the craft store. I want to say congratulations to everybody on launch day at the craft store. Pink Frog have been delighted to come and join you over here on the craft store. So I want to thank everybody there as well, because it's nice to have all the lives in one place, which is what it's all about. Let's get back and have some fun crafting. So any comments, just leave them below, because if I don't answer them, Kim at Pink Frog HQ will, but I will go on after this live and go back and answer all your questions. I don't see everything while I'm on here, but I can see there's lots of comments coming through, so I will go back and check them myself as well. But it's been absolutely fabulous to have you all joining in and to share the Pink Frog brand with you. We're still here at Pink Frog doing all those card blanks with those crib sheets that you get with all your card blanks as well. But every week there's new offers, so do sign up to the newsletter so you don't miss out on any of the new offers that come through, because it would be such a shame if you did, because we've had some fabulous ones up to now. So I want to thank you all. I think I'm signing over to the next one coming in, and I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think it is, I want to say Dawn Bibby. I can't remember. I will get corrected, I'm sure. Let me see if I get a comment about who it is. I will get some lovely thank yous and lovely messages. Thank you so much. It's been great. Pitch black outside, but the nights are drawing in. So yes, it's going to get lighter, it's going to get better. Let's have spring here, please. I want some spring and some beautiful flowers. Now there's a little sneaky peek about what's coming next Wednesday with me.